It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Tighten down. There you go.
This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got one. Slam. X3. Mike's 49. Look, small.
Now Jackson. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Dante Hightower able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. Miko Hardman, the intended target. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
We got double up. Off. Check. Fresno.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run on 2nd down with McGuire. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. On 3rd down, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Watkins that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check nickel. No. Back.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I'm coming for you, son. Check 52. Check. Lucky. Set. Go. Check.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Switch it. Come on, switch.
Out of the gun, they'll run with McGuire. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Watch the twist. Check 31.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play action with Jackson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Eckler. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
First down, Chargers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 43. 36.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
44.
Now it's Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And Allen's got it. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 60 out there. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Yo, we don't want nothing. Pick up the ball. Block 59.
From the gun, Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays the game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now he's flushed out left. Now he'll pull it down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. 27 yards there, a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
He finds Robinson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, this is caught by Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Watkins alone on the left side. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go, D. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Watkins, the intended receiver. The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's pick it up. Move. Anyway, the field. Let's get off the field. Bang, 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 bang.
Jackson. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
From the gun, Jackson completes it to Hardman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Your trick is here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's forced out left. He'll run it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready? Hey, hold on. Mike 44. I got one. Mike 44.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They go play action here on 1st down. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Elijah McGuire, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson now, operating from the gun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Check. No. Hey, here I come.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All day.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check three. Check safety.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, and the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. A breakdown by the O-line at the worst possible time. 4th and goal, and it leads to a sack.
And I can just see it now. On the sidelines, they're telling the quarterback, you've got to get rid of it somehow, some way. At least get it in the end zone and give us a chance. If we throw an interception, so what? A sack? We didn't even have a chance.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, the running back, McGuire. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. That is an absolute backbreaker. There's a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway. And now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's McGuire. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And now he'll touch. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. At after the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson throwing again. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time it's 3rd and 3. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. Skirts by at the 15. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Jackson steps away to his left. He'll try, and he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Lamar Jackson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and through, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. A give to McGuire. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
56 to Mike, boys, 56. Check, 56. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Watch your ship. Rest. Watch your ship. Watch your ship. Let it go.
From the 38, Jackson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 66. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. 49 to Mike.
On third down, Jackson being chased out left. It's Kelsey on the ground. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check, check.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
He's checking crap. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
You're not ready. You're not
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Kansas City, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.